The stage is set for round 2. We know what scores have come through already, and it seems like this is gonna play tougher. We played very well by my standards in the last round. We're moving up to pin set 2. Very high winds. So there it is. There it is. Very high winds. That is precisely why the scores are lower. Out of the south, firm fairways, firm greens, and the greens, they slow down to fast. Now, with the very firm winds, I don't really want to know what a very firm wind would be. I know what a very fast wind. Very firm, just... that opens a whole can of worms. Could be very weird. We'll see what happens, because like here we've got a bunch of tailwind. So in these circumstances, we definitely have to make the most of it. We'll see what we can do. Thank you guys very, very much for being here. I appreciate it. Let's get this thing underway. Alright, a little bit excited. Pull fast. We might find ourselves out into the rough because of that. First tee jitters and all that. We'll take light rough. I get absolutely bailed out of that one. Still quite the ask though. Cause we 80, yeah, this is gonna be into the low 80s. Wind's not gonna be that much, and it's uphill. We're gonna get a lot of side to side, not a lot of actual distance on this. So I think with the pitching wedge, we can maybe give it some loft. And then I'm gonna play the wind quite a bit out here. All right, let's settle ourselves down here. That was not a good drive. A little fast. Yeah, I needed that to hit the pin. Just a little bit too much distance. Alright, so we slow down to 155s. Coming off the very fast greens, this should hopefully be a little bit more reasonable. It's a little bit downhill behind. So you're hitting it through and it's turning. I gotta trust it. I gotta put it just a little bit more. Okay, so it did need a little bit more, but that distance control, very, very good. All right, now is not the time. With very high winds, now is not the time to start losing control. Now is absolutely not the time to start losing control of our swing. I do think with the distance, I know it's uphill to the green and things kind of feed, but this might just be one to pull way back on this and just let it fly. Try and get it down close to the green. A little bit fast. That wind is gonna bring it back nicely. Oh, come on, get a big bounce up there. Get on the green. Ooh, we're so close. What's going on, Wizard? I'm doing well. How about you? Almost able to drive that one up on there. All right. Oh, this time I got it a little bit to the right. All right. I thought that very fast was going to be just a little bit more left. We get in there for the birdie. Gave ourselves a chance at eagle. That's about as much as we can ask for there. Very scary drive, this. I slowed it. We're probably wet. Yeah, we're 100% wet. Alright. Somehow, just because of the drop, we can still make a birdie. So we gotta try and capitalize on this as best as we can. There's so much wind. Holy cow. Very highs, man. Very highs. Like, look at the way those trees are just blowing around, like, absolute wild. I think that tree is in play. But, like, there's nothing I can really do about it. I kind of have to go at it. I don't know what that swing was. I have no idea what that swing was. All right, we're gonna forget this whole happened. This was just a compounding of mistakes. This was definitely just a compounding of mistakes. Chip in for birdie? I really thought that lie would have played a lot more. The fact that we carried that far, that much of an uphill lie, was really quite shocking to me. Gonna go a little more aggressive. Little too aggressive. All right. Yeah, I mean, put it in the water. Should have been able to save par. Just kind of let everything build up. Feed each other in a negative way. Never do get the foot lies these days. Yeah, like, so that's super red uphill, right? And 6 feet up. 25, 23. I just play a little bit of backspin and I land like 3 feet short or 3 yards short of full. So like a yard short, bounces over and then rolls a little bit. I would expect that foot lie to play like 3 yards uphill, another 2. Like I'm expecting to land shorter. But that's just not the case. All right. Gotta reset ourselves here. Gotta reset ourselves here. This 3-wood, more than likely, is somewhere out in the vicinity of pin high landing. So we give it a little bit of luft. Try and settle it down a little bit. All right, that's the strike we want. Decent wind read. Good landing, and we're still gonna roll too much out the back of the green. Wow, it holds. All right. Gotta make good on that. Have to. We all saw the way that wiggled, right? Straight swing plane. Started to break a little bit left and then just veered back out to the right and rode that down the whole rest of the way. So that was, that's fun. Love that for us. Okay, should find ourselves a fairway here. That pull fast makes that a little bit closer than I would have liked it to have been, but we're in the clear. Pitching wedge pitch is right on the money, but is that something that we can just take with full backspin? And or is that wind gonna play too much then on the diagonal? Like, how much is that gonna play? It's not gonna play 10 yards, but it's gonna play a good amount. I'm gonna play a full lob wedge with a little bit of backspin on it. Or a little bit of loft, rather. That's pretty good control. A little bit long, but I think, yeah, we give ourselves an uphill putt here. So as long as we can get our reads right going up the hill. Oh, come on. That's back-to-back. So the first hole wiggles back out the other direction. That one, you can see the ball start rolling, and then it just kind of jumps. It does like 2 side steps in the same direction. I don't know what you do about that. I don't know that there's much you can really do. Yeah, I'm definitely trying as best as I can. Alright. Gonna let the wind ride and just see what happens with this. I probably could have tried to play some sort of spin on it. But I didn't know how far that diagonal wind would play. So, like, if I play the backspin, I'm carrying even further. Probably end up stopping around the same spot, but I didn't have enough confidence to loft and spin that thing. Can we get a putt? Nope. A little bit under hit, so maybe that's part of it. Still not enough break on it. All right, this round is proven to be very, very difficult for me. Admittedly, we're not, like, striking the ball, like, incredibly well, but something to be said about very high winds. I think I just probably need to really sit down and try and practice very high winds a bit more. Because they're just an incredibly difficult incredibly difficult force to deal with. These are like 30. And then you land a little bit short. Like, I'm getting to the point where if I take this hybrid, I actually think that we might land down in here. If my gut is right and it is 30, then that's, yeah, 228, 220. Yeah, now we're still talking long on the 3-wood, but maybe it's the type of thing that you play loft on it and really sit it down. Yeah, my experience or lack thereof definitely starting to show. Yeah, so we still ended up at the 220 with the 3-wood and lofted. So the wind probably played a little bit less. We're gonna get a little bit of rollback here. Yeah, it's just this is very high winds, and then the proximity starts to suffer. You don't sink putts, you don't score. Like, it's a very vicious, very, very vicious place to be. I gotta go a little bit further. I don't feel like this breaks enough. So now I'm starting to get into places where I don't trust my reads. Oh, man. Are we on a... How did the round start? Are we on a 7-hole par train, or do we have a birdie bogey in there? Either way, definitely not the start of the century. Holy cow. Alright, let's see if we can find something. Birdied 1 and bogey. I mean, I know we're not playing our best, but it's also like, it doesn't feel like we're playing that poorly, but, you know, the scores don't lie. The scores definitely don't lie. See, now the wind is playing a little bit on the tailing side. Yeah, it's moving. We're gonna keep it where it's at. Pull fast. Come on, Colby. What are you doing? What is that swing? What's going on, Scotty? Well, round 1, 11 under. Was very happy with it. But now we're 7 under, or 7 holes through round 2, and we're rocking an even scorecard. Drop that hamburger helper. Ooh. Enjoy it, man. Out of the heavy. Didn't fast it. So didn't get it quite left enough. Distance control is alright, but Leaving ourselves an 8-footer to save par. Feels like these fast greens are breaking a little bit more than... Well, I don't know, because I guess we've been off enough in different ways. I'm probably just not getting a good feel for these greens. Terminator taught you well and you're still learning? I feel like if you're not ever still learning, yeah, thinking that you've peaked in this game is, I think, just a bad mindset. I think we all can continue to get a lot better. With these layups, I have to be better at it. I think these layups, I'm getting myself to a point where I'm like swinging pretty hard at, like, just kind of being way too lax. I'm gonna go, yeah. This is a little bit long, that's okay. All right. Interesting little bit of spin on that guy. Interesting little bit of spin on that guy. There we go, finally. Alright, 1 under on the front. We kind of, honestly, it was really the same story in round 1. We hit a par train right around those same holes there. So, something to be said about just the way that those holes are playing for me. You know, I know my swing is maybe not as dialed in this round as I would like it to be, but I think I just struggle with those holes in general, and then add the very high winds on top of it, and it's just not exactly the best combination for myself. Now, this is where things get tricky, because we're talking about so much wind, but there's really only so much that's gonna carry a lob wedge. But I know that we're definitely out there some. And it's on an uphill. So I'm gonna play this sand wedge out here, and hopefully we've dialed it in right. I don't want to be short of the green. Push fast, so that's going to make sure we're long. You going to roll back at all? Okay, catch the ridge a little bit. It's a very tight windowed shot. Definitely not what we would maybe love to see. There we go. There we go. Back-to-back birds. Get the putts dropping. That's what we need. That's exactly what we need. Now, very high. We take this out here. Leave ourselves with like a minute. It'll probably end up being like a 6. I think we want to blast this down here. Solely for the fact that I don't want to take like a super long club. Oh, I slowed it. Okay, we're okay. Saw the input, had a little bit of panic in me, but that turned out quite alright. That turned out quite alright. So we're gonna get, it's gonna be less than, we're losing less than 30 here. But is it 16? It's gonna be close. I think with the sand wedge, if we de-loft it some, definitely can help to ensure that we're up there. It's a beautiful feeling strike. Oh, and it's good distance too. Look at that. I'll sit. Stop rolling. It's a tough thing. That's the only thing with like going down to the wedges, even with the D-loft. There's so much wind and wedges have so much natural spin. They really just want to come back. I underhit it. Missed it by just like a percent or two there. Ah, that hurts. That hurts. I don't think I under-aimed it. I think I underhit it. Alright. It's okay. We miss it. But we can always bounce back, right? Can always bounce back. Got another hole, another opportunity. Am I gonna bring the trees into play? I don't think so. All right, come on. Sit. We needed that. We needed that. All the confidence in the world because I can't miss that putt. Unless something crazy is going on the green. I don't think I can miss that one. Alright, this is, This is a drive that, obviously I would have liked to have found fairway. It's a drive that ultimately doesn't matter too much. I'm going to eat these words in about a second here, I think. I didn't find fairway, I'm gonna end up having made this approach shot a bit too long. Yeah. Say it's a drive that doesn't really matter. Well, it does. It does really matter. Numbskull. See, because now you've done it. Now you've done it. It's at least 30 yards off. Hybrid. Okay. So I think the play here is loft. I hit it fast. Still was a little bit long. Still was a little bit long. Yeah, I shouldn't have. I needed to treat that drive with respect. I needed to treat that drive with respect. I didn't, and now I am absolutely paying the price for it. I hate chipping. Oh, so now that flies out. God, I don't understand the uphill. I just, do you not play them? Do you not play uphill lies, or do they like just play them as like a very minuscule? Okay. Yeah, that was just a boneheaded hole through and through. But I'm annoyed with the chip. Just fundamentally, the chip just feels so wrong to me. Feels wrong and doesn't play consistent to like most other things. At least I don't feel like. If it does, correct me. But however my brain perceives it, it feels incredibly different to everything. All right. This is this is a hope right here. Oh, that's a pull. And I was still that much off to the right. All right. Well, sometimes you get lucky. That works. What's going on, McTrees? Appreciate my stream title, including Master Swing. Much respect. Thank you. I can't tell if that's sarcastic or what the praise is for exactly, but thanks. To Cloister. Cloister should obviously be with a Y, right? Isn't that how the Pokemon is spelled? Oh, what was that swing? What am I doing? I've had a few too many of these pull fasts happen. And now I'm gonna hit my... Oh, wow. We've got enough space to not hit the marker there. Keep the pro swing haters at bay. Think they can do what we do? I'm just out here trying to sound impressive, you know? Oh wow, he plays on Master Swing. Wow. That's crazy. All right. 94 90 88 wind's gonna play a little bit. I mean, the wind's gonna play more than that. I know it's a shorter shot, but gotta give it some respect. Slowed it. Oh, get up. I'll take that as up. I'll take that as up. Why? Why though? Why can't we have nice things? Huh? I see other people chip in. Why can't we? I think maybe something's wrong with my game. I think that would be the only logical conclusion. When your pull fast almost became a pull fast. All right. Not the greatest of swings we've had here lately. I don't know if there was a good way to get onto the green, and I don't think you would want to be here trying to two-putt, so let's just be smart. Be smart, but also take care with our swing. See, that's what we want to see. That ball just like comes to a stop so quickly. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That wind. That wind, that wind, that wind. Alright, I'm de-lofting. A little bit fast. But that's alright. Might be a tough putt. Yeah, I thought it was maybe a little bit downhill from there. I thought for a second they were going to miss it high. All right, come on. Couple more scores here. Not the best round, but also we know that this round is incredibly difficult with the very high winds. Yeah, we're not playing for the top of the leaderboard right now, but we are playing for some safety. Hey, what's going on, Lily? How are you doing? I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. We are properly between clubs. We're like very properly between clubs. It's a little bit... Yeah, like, I think this is fine. It's just a matter of... How do we want to do this? We've been streaming twice a week, Lily. We used to be a lot more, but ever since having a kid, that time has gone way down. So, typically Tuesday, Thursdays. But this week we're Tuesday, Wednesday because of Thanksgiving. Okay, see that wind is in. So I gotta trust that we're gonna lose a couple yards there, and then I need to take a few more yards off of that. And then we're gonna go a little bit more. Let's see here. It's a lovely strike. Come on, be the money. What a golf shot in those conditions. So the majority of our content is this. We play a lot of competitive virtual golf. But we also have been trying to, if I have time, today we're playing a little bit slow, so we're not going to have time for it. But at the end of stream lately, we've been adding in a little bit of Elden Ring. I'm a big sucker for FromSoft and Souls type games. Alright, I'm gonna go a little bit on the aggressive side here. Okay, almost. I said go on the aggressive side, and then as I was looking at it, I got scared, and that almost ended up really, really poorly. Professional graphic designer? Nice. That is a skill set that I most certainly do not have. The extent of my graphic design is I can pull together a so-so thumbnail. Can do some cropping and some light editing. I get by. Does the trick. Alright, one last approach shot here. Let's get something dialed in nice and tight. Nice and tight. I actually think this is going to be a real nice shot here. I think this is going to be a real nice shot. Something like that. Come on. No! No, it didn't come over enough to the left. Oh, that's unfortunate. I read it too far out. That was really good distance. Okay, can we look at this lie. Look at this lie. Can we for once in our life make a chip? No. For once in our life, we cannot make a chip. Though we fought and we tried. 5 under. That was tough though. That was like really, really difficult. Those 14 unders are kind of insane. I'm okay with it. We left a lot out there. There was a lot of missed swings, but like very high wins. Currently just a struggle for us. But we're at 16 under through 2 with mistakes, and I feel a lot better about where that puts us overall than last week. So if we can follow up rounds 3 and 4, the similar, hopefully better performance, I think we're going to be sitting a lot more comfortably than we did last week.